this video. In today's video, we'll look into a scenario in which Northern Europe and Southern Europe go to war. And Northern Europe has the advantage on France. In a way, mostly because location of Germany, Belgium, and Britain, they're pretty strong. Well, Belgium probably isn't. Belgium is as strong as a country. With German troops and Belgian troops entering across the Belgian border. With Britain landing in Normandy, oh my god, D-Day 2.0 in Brittany. Like, basically, with Germany and Belgium's forces headed for Paris. If they can make Paris fall, they're in a good spot. With Paris falling, but the zone of control is only really northern France. As they enter into Alsace-Lorraine and Switzerland. Tyrol is entered, and it's pretty much pushed back to Italy. Austria is invaded by Germany and Czechia. They managed to take the capital. Slovakia and Poland launch an offensive into Hungary. While Ukraine and most of Eastern Europe works on taking out Romania. The red team's first offensive will soon come up, because I'm going to do it like that. With Russia, Kazakhstan, and Belarus and Finland launching offensives in the Caucasus. And well, they move into Azerbaijan, which strategically works out, and they manage to take Baku, the capital. With them turning towards Armenia. With Armenia eventually falling, and all the Caucasus has fallen. Russia's the strongest on the red team, then it's Britain. The blue team's strongest is Italy, then Turkey, then France, even though I kind of don't believe that. But that's what Global Power says. It's not even in the top 10. Which I find a bit like, are they sure about that? Because France was very strong last year, so they couldn't change that much. Well, they're moving towards Paris, but they failed to take Paris back. With the Italians pushing Germany out of a big chunk of Austria and all of Switzerland. With Turkey launching an offensive which pushes the Russians back into Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia. With an offensive by Austria and Hungary failing to take any meaningful grounds. And Romania struggles to move the front line. With this Austrian front moving south, and Hungary being pushed south, Romania being pushed further in. Eventually their coast falls, and an invasion of Bulgaria manages to succeed. With the Russians, Poles, Ukrainians having breakthroughs. Germany managing to stabilize this front with France, leading to a stalemate, such as like World War I. France is okay with that, because that means they can send troops elsewhere. With Russia's advance into Turkey going better this time, because Turkey, well, overextended into the Caucasus. Hey, I can make a Kurdish rebellion. With the Kurds seeing Russian success, they rise up. With the Turkish Kurdish state being created.
Okay.
And Turkey's in a bit of trouble because that causes a bit of turmoil. With counter-offensives coming, France launches some troops into Austria and Hungary's front to try and push back. Along with Romania, they manage to get troops. Italy helps, and Turkey manages to make an offensive. Counter-offensive against the Kurds and the Russians, but yielding very little results. With the problem being Russia's the second strongest, they have more strong powers. Britain, Germany, Poland, Ukraine, Russia are fairly strong. Turkey, Greece, Italy, France, and Spain are fairly strong. Why didn't I include Romania? Because at this point, Romania is about to fall. And the Ukrainian offensive is headed towards Istanbul. Don't worry, that's just me confusing it with one of my alt history channels. Alt history, not channels, what am I saying? History videos. With them taking Istanbul, With France not expecting this, but that was a fairly easy attack. Now Turkey gets pushed back even further. Keep in mind, an invasion of Turkey would probably be much harder because I believe 74% of Turkey is willing to defend their country. Which probably less for willing to fight for the country, because if you're willing to defend your country, technically you're willing to fight, but only in a certain situation. With them landing in Cyprus, probably should have shown that all these islands were taken. With Turkey looking like it looked before the Turkish War of Independence. Imagine if the fights won again. With Turkey at this point fighting too much, they surrender. Although, when they surrender, they send all their troops to fight in Europe somehow. Only most of them get seized. With this offensive going well for the red team. With Italy launching an offensive into the Macedonia area and Thrace. With parts of Romania, Bulgaria, and Hungary being re-liberated. With the Germans strategically succeeding in something as they move down and cut Italy off from the Balkans. They move into Croatia, quickly taking Zagreb. But keep in mind, they're holding on a front. But, even if the Balkans did collapse, they would still have a chance. With France breaking through the stalemate in the north and going around Paris, managing to kick Germany out of Paris. Does end up in another stalemate, but they had to withdraw troops from the Balkans, leading to the front changing. I feel like France and Italy could not win this war, but they could have a lot of success. With them unable to invade Britain, chances are. With them moving up into areas at the Rhine River. This means Germany needs to move troops. But where do they take it from? So they take it from over here to hold the front. This is not good for the red team. With them moving up into Denmark. With forces emergencyly being put here, with Everest sending troops to this front. With it being pushed back to the Rhine River. But as that was happening, offensives happened in the Balkans. Italy's leading them, France is leading the attacks there. Although one problem, Russia just sends everyone it can. With them deciding to focus on taking out Greece, the Russians, and Ukrainians, Belarusians, and Finns, and Baltics. They all go after this front. Because Greece isn't that strong, but if you can take it out, it's strategically good. And with Italy in a bit of a problem, with France using too many troops to hold the stalemate in the north. And if it manages to break, this will be a problem. So Italy, France, Spain, Serbia send some troops here. Which is a lot more than they expected, the Northern Europe. They managed to push them most of the way out of Romania, part of the way out of Hungary. And the Italians, along with some French forces, managed to move into Turkey. But this is exhausting them because, well, they have the least strong powers. They may have 3 strong powers, but the other team has 4. Russia, Germany, Britain, because Germany has quite a few troops. They got 200,000. Doesn't seem like that much, but yeah. The moving back into France, this time with Russian support. Britain does what it did the first time. Except they don't manage to reach the gates of Paris. But they do manage to take back Istanbul. With Britain realizing they should just with Britain landing in Lisbon, moving into Spain. France is forced to move troops here. This is one of the advantages of the red team. They could just land in most places. Because at this point, they got the Black Sea and Baltic Sea secured. With Greece having troops stationed in Turkey at this point and being forced out. With them moving up into Macedonia. It is North Macedonia, I know that, but it's easier to call it Macedonia. With them moving up into Albania and some of the weaker nations. With them moving through Hungary, or what's left of Hungary, and now Serbia and Romania and Bulgaria. What's left of them is fully encircled. Bulgaria is the first to fall over. Serbia is next. Hungary is... And once Bucharest is taken, Romania surrenders, because this meant France is now fighting on many fronts. And Italy does what it always does. It swaps sides. Shocker. Yep, it swaps sides. This is not just for entertainment purposes, but it is kind of funny, though, to make fun of Italy switching sides in, like, World War I, World War II. Basically, if you let them, they switch sides. Lots of them switch sides in every conflict. With Paris falling and France on the brink of collapse. Spain and France are about to collapse, although they don't surrender yet. France decides them and Spain is best to surrender, as the red team makes every country red team puppets. Yep, they make all puppet regimes. And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, and on to subscribe. Bye, guys!